Got something for you, but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it. Nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on. Here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow.
Steve Smitty Smith.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And tonight it's a race of thoroughbreds, two clubs that can go end to end in a flash. What is it that makes these teams so good in transition?
THTA-TDI.
And what does that mean?
They have athletes to do it. Athletes to do it.
I knew what that meant.
That's it. Good ball handlers and good finishes, man. THTHTDI.
Not only that, they spend a lot of time perfecting it. The moment they get the ball, TLTP, they look to push.
WSIDTKH
What's that?
FTC.
Whatever
We
that
send
is.
it down to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Whoa.
We are in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in the interconference game at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. This is the first game in the Warriors road trip. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
And coming off their championship last season, that success, I believe, carried right over into this one. They played at a high level all year long and stand poised to make another run at the title.
Certainly looks that way, Greg. I mean, some teams go through a little bit of a malaise or a hangover after a championship. Not these guys. They've had a terrific year.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. Nobody was willing to take that role. We'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's a natural for me anyway. Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. Clark, when you went up against another great forward in the league, what was your mindset?
One, I wanted to go right at him. I wanted to put him on his heels if I could. And then I also wanted to be attentive to trying to disrupt him and make him uncomfortable, because if you can get a guy off his game a little bit, that can serve you and your team well. So early, I wanted to get off to a good start, be physical, and try to assert my will in the matchup right away.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Pachulia in at the 5. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Bledsoe with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Henson the pass to Bledsoe. Shoots over Curry. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
And it's in there. First quarter, just over a minute played. Not a fast start for the Bucks. 6-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone. And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
And the Bucks miss again.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season. And one of the best free throw shooters in the game from that forward spot. Durant goes to the line more now than he did earlier in his career.
Now here's Bledsoe. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Finished off the break. Durant's got 11.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And then Durant with the jam.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. A 26-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Durant.
And, you know, you take a look at the Bucks in this roster now. A few trades, but they have some really nice homegrown talent. Giannis is a legit superstar they were able to draft late in the lottery, and Parker, another building block that they drafted.
Durant hits them both. And Clark, think about how this Milwaukee team came about. A lot of role players came in through trades, but the young core is all from the draft.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? Maker and Brogdon, the most recent additions to this team in the draft. Milwaukee rarely makes big free agent signings, and a number of reasons for that, perhaps the market size. And, you know, credit the front office for doing a really good job of making the most of their draft spots to build this team. That takes some real artwork to do that well.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Pachulia's got his second basket of the game.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. For a young player, Clark, it's adjusting to the speed of the NBA and the length of the schedule. So how do you power through that rookie wall? How do you survive that?
Well, there's no magic formula, Kevin. You just have to stay the course because it comes in different times for different players. For me, it was after about 60 games. I was a starter playing 34, 35 minutes a game. So it was a combination of fatigue and just getting used to 2.5 times more games than I had ever played in my career. So you fight through it, stay with your habits, stay with your preparation, and eventually you find your legs.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
A chance to check out some stats for Brogdon. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 13 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
The first one falls.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
And again, the Bucks miss. Warriors leading by 19. Right side Curry over Bledsoe, and the basket by Curry.
And the single motion jumper with the quick release, that is a Curry special.
Thompson against Brogdon. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Fourth, Kevin Durant.
Anytime these two guys are on the floor at the same time, you're just waiting for one of them to go off, if not both of them.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot clock at 6. Thompson comes with a double team. And that one's good, Brogdon.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Golden State moving it around. Here's Green. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Brogdon. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando.
And it was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Antetokounmpo up top, guarded by Green. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Warriors leading by 23. Durant with it, now guarded by Middleton, and that one's good. Durant's got 21.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Curry against Bledsoe. Tries from 7. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Bucks shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Pass to Henson. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy.
Oh,
Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain him.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Bledsoe outside. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Middleton's got 5 points so far. Stolen by Bledsoe. From downtown, the Warriors pull it in. Pachulia's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Thompson, and Henson sends it back.
Hey, that reach of Henson, remarkably long, unbelievably long, and that allows him to wipe away shots effectively.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Clark, if you were coaching a team, you had one shot to win a game on the line, which player in the league would you want to take that shot?
I like a lot of guys for last shot circumstances. LeBron James is always on my list. Kyrie Irving is at the top of my list. Damian Lillard is a killer. Isaiah Thomas, the little big man, is phenomenal in those kind of late game situations. But I think I'm going to tip my hat to Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is my guy.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Tony Snell comes in for Chris Middleton, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. And then for Golden State, David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and it goes out of bounds. That one off West. Snell, a picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Snell's got his first basket of the night. Here's Iguodala, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Dellavedova. Tips it up.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
And the basket by West.
And West, a knockdown mid-range shooter. You just assume it's going in whenever it leaves his hands.
Here's Henson. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
Basket counts.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Henson with the screen. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Yep, they sure did. Seemed like they had them completely figured out. Hammered them with their aggressive defense throughout the game.
The Bucks shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Henson with the screen. Here's Bledsoe. It's rebounded by West.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Iguodala, no good. And the Bucks with possession. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Antetokounmpo's gone 1 of 4 from the field. It's Durant with the drive. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Gotta give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
Bledsoe dishes to Antetokounmpo. Henson with the screen. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Here's Durant. Here's Livingston, and the layup falls. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And here's Thompson following the three from Eric Bledsoe. The quick look, no good that time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Connects from three-point range. Snell's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Akers checked in for the Bucks. Nick Young's checked in for Golden State. Patrick McCaw comes in for Klay Thompson. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Young with the steal. There's 1:17 left to play in the first. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And one of the last things you want to do is foul Young. I mean, he's one of the game's better free throw shooters.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
That free throw, no good.
Well, I tell you what, he's known for his antics, his sense of humor. Can kind of cut both ways for Young, though, over the course of his career.
He hits the second from the line. And Clark is a Midwest guy. You grew up watching your teams go up against the Bucks, and even as a player, you faced off against them more than your fair share. When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they helped that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early, mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Well, you really got to love the hustle from the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's got a ton of confidence when it comes to beating up that glass.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Beasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. There's Maker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Thon Maker is a project player at Clark for his team, taken 10th overall in the 2016 draft. Has great size and he moves well, but it's going to be a few years before he gets to where he needs to be.
I agree with you, but with big guys, you can afford to be patient when you see that they have a work ethic and a commitment to getting better, are willing to learn and grow, and then you factor in his athleticism and size. I think it's a weight that's going to pay big dividends for the Bucks.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Goes up the baseline, and the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
A double-team Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo passes to Dellavedova. Off on the layup. And now running up the court, West pushing it up. McCaw with the bucket.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
When he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Livingston is out there with McCaw. Then it's Young. Then there's Iguodala. And it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Antetokounmpo with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. A double-team Bledsoe. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
And, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often, an unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Here's West, and another basket for Golden State.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Often modern NBA players will get criticized for not being sound enough with their fundamentals. Clark, do you feel that's a fair statement?
I really don't. I think it's a bit of an overreach. You know, we all have revisionist history. Things were always better in our past than they are currently. I mean, the stories get better as we get older is one of the ways I've heard it framed. I think the players are more athletic, and because they play growing up in more structured environments, I think sometimes they don't get the same nuances and feel for the game that you would get from just playing organically. But I still think fundamentally the players are quite good, and I do think that's a bit of a reach as a sweeping statement that they're not as sound fundamentally today as they were in the past.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Golden State moving it around. Here's McCaw. Misses off the right iron. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's the lob into Antetokounmpo. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his first basket.
And you've got to be slick and tricky to score inside, and Dellavedova is both.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
Yeah, making his teammates better through his passing. Greg, you know about that because you did it. Great job sharing the ball.
Well, I appreciate it, partner. Always important to have somebody keep rhythm in the game.
Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Excellent awareness from Antetokounmpo, sensing the chance to impose his will inside and then capitalizing really easily.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
In the corner, Snell with it. The tray. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists tonight.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
Young's shot is off. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Snell from outside. The offensive rebound. That shot is off. The Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Young. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Durant.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Golden State also making some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. And so Young nails them both. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Middleton on the wing, fires from deep. The Warriors pull it in. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight.
The Warriors have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
Nice shot from the wing. Middleton's got 7 points.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
Young's shot is off. Bucks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. 3-pointer, Snell buries it from 3-point range. 11 points in the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And that one's good. Green.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Maker with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. There's a good screen. Snell dishes to Antetokounmpo. Green in the post. Antetokounmpo defending. Green, no luck.
Boy, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. Middleton for 3. And Curry pulls it down.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Brogdon inside the line. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss. And you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Third is Stephen Curry.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And the Bucks making a change here. Henson's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Durant comes in for Young, and it's Thompson in for McCall.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Shot to stop the run. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Henson's got his second bucket tonight.
And with the passing of time, Henson has developed a nice mid-range jump shot. The defense has got to be aware that he can make that shot.
Poked loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
And such a smart pass from Curry. There isn't much this guy can't do with the ball in his hands. He sees the whole court.
Brogdon with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Brogdon the pass to Henson. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Three-pointer, Snell. It's rebounded by Durant. The Warriors shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. There's a good screen. Tries from 7. Oh, that's offensive interference. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Pachulia can't hit from in close. There's Brogdon. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Maker misses. Oh, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Clark, when you played, you were the classic power forward. Forwards now are asked to do so much in terms of skill set on the floor. Just how much has that forward position changed in the last few decades?
You know, in some ways, Kevin, it's become a little more specialized. I mean, you have wing players now that fall into that small forward category. But guys between 6'6" and 6'10" now are playing on the wing, which means you've got to be able to move your feet and defend. Versatile players at that position. You've got to be able to handle the ball and make plays ideally, get shots, score the ball, and rebound effectively. So that's always been, I thought, the 2 and 3 positions, which are wings now. Those positions are the most demanding in the league in terms of both sides of the ball. The power forward position has become somewhat like that now because of the size and versatility and skill set of so many of those bigger players. But I think the demands are pretty much the same. The one thing that changed is the fact that you have to play out on the floor more and in space, which means you've got to be a little more athletic if you're going to be part of a small ball lineup.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Pachulia against Henson. Feeds to Snell. The shot by Brogdon wide open. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Here's Snell, defended by Durant. Middleton for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
The feed now to Snell. Henson with it, out-guarded by Pachulia. They get the rebound, and he comes up with the deuce. 6 points for Thon Maker.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Now Brogdon, 5 points in the game. That's tipped. Here's Green. Here's Durant, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Durant's got 29.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Brogdon the pass to Henson. For 3, Middleton, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
they're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
.102 left in the first half of basketball. Brogdon with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Takes the 13-footer. The shot, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Green. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 5th rebound in this one. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Henson sets a screen for Brogdon. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Green's got 16.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
And Green slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
After
Show.
one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 29 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
If there was any question if Kevin Durant is a true alpha dog, the first half answered that. He was aggressive, relentless, and dominant. More than just an elite scorer, Durant deserves more credit for being a two-way player.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Guys, you've heard me say it before, but persistence pays. And it takes that kind of persistence to be a successful offensive rebound. As a fellow glass eater, I know of which I speak. Those guys that rebound effectively don't give up on it.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We've got John Henson. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Brogdon in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Milwaukee. Middleton right side. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Green. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
Nice work there coming off the screen. And that's now 18 points for Chris Middleton.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And with Kidd, he was one of those players that when he got into coaching, you just said, of course, it makes too much sense given how much of an on-the-court leader he was.
Yeah, and you know what? You're exactly right. I felt the same way about Kidd. And when you play with some players, you just get that feeling with how they approach the game. And even in your role as a broadcaster, mine too, we get to talk to players and we get a feeling of whether they'll coach or not. Even in college, you could tell he was a special player with kind of a unique view of the game as well.
And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
Shots good by Green. Green's got 20 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Henson dishes to Middleton. They double him with Green. Here's Henson. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Henson very skilled down low. At almost 7 feet tall, the defense cannot allow him to get deep position.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Henson. And what I like about Chris Middleton is that he is just a complete player, Clark. Can play on or off the ball on offense as well as get his points both off a catch and shoot or putting it on the hardwood. Also a strong defender.
Yeah, he's one of those understated, effective, outstanding two-way players in the league and probably should get more credit as such. He challenges shots, he can defend multiple positions, and he plays a little bigger than he is because he's got that great wingspan.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Durant. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his third rebound on the night. In the corner, it's Brogdon. To the inside, Middleton, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Middleton's got 7 points for the quarter. The Warriors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
The Warriors have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And he knocks down the first one. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Brogdon. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Durant hits them both. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Middleton on the wing. Henson with it. 11 points in the game. Knocks it loose. Releases. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And the defender was very apathetic there. Fortunately for them, he missed that mid-range jumper.
That one goes. Count it.
And when he's in range, KD doesn't much care about the defender. You're not going to bother him.
And Pachulia over to help. And here is Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
Here's Bledsoe. He has 5. Middleton on the wing. Fires the 3. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. That's 23 points for Chris Middleton.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Bledsoe outside. Here's Henson. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 41.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Warriors the rebound. It's good. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Gets a very good look and converts. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
Man, that's a nice-looking stroke from Antetokounmpo. What can't this guy do?
Milwaukee's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Middleton drives in over Durant, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
It's really easy to admire and respect the explosiveness of Middleton. I mean, if you give this guy a lane to the basket, he'll take full advantage of it right away.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a prime-time threat to pound one down. Got to keep him away from the rim.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. It's Durant with the drive, and then Durant with the dunk.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Middleton the pass to Bledsoe. Henson to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in. Henson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Middleton on the wing. Offline with his 3.
Boy, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now Bledsoe, 8 points for him. They get it back. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, Kevin, you got to be careful guarding Henson when he's deep inside. A physical big man who doesn't shy away from the contact.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
The former Tar Heel, John Henson, is incredibly efficient on both ends of the court.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Young's checked in for Kevin Durant. And McCaw is subbed in for Klay Thompson. And good on the second, so he makes them both. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Bledsoe dishes to Snell. Here's Antetokounmpo. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's West. Here's Iguodala. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Iguodala's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 10. That one doesn't drop.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. The Warriors, number 1. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks.
Great play from both of these teams in the open court. You love the energy and effort they've displayed lately here in getting out and forcing the issue.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, West, one of the true professionals in the game, a savvy forward, a bruising big guy with a nice touch, loves the mid-range game, and boy, he brings championship mental focus to any team he plays on.
Thon Maker's checked in for John Henson. Good on the second free throw. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. To the paint, here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
And Antetokounmpo just, showing you once again what an all-around superb talent he is. He really moves that ball on offense.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Bucks shooting 43% for the game.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. He still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
Just 3 to shoot. That's a 2 from Snell. West with some nice D.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
He just has great timing for when to go for the steal. He can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Young, rebounded by Maker.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. Surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
From beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. West has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young for three. Another miss by Young.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Smooth sailing for Golden State. Shoots from the baseline. No good from McCaw.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Dellavedova, that's good.
And Dellavedova is very clever now. He'll jump on any transition opportunity that becomes available.
And it's West missing.
Excellent concentration from the D. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup. A smart, decisive pass inside there. He really made it easy for his teammate.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. Brogdon, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Golden State also making a change. Curry's checked in. Puts it up off the inbound and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
One shot.
And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. Well, what is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build. And you can see the play calling this half, another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Bledsoe against Curry. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Fires from the wing. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Curry and McCaw are the 1 and the 2. West is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Young in at the small forward.
Yeah, and you see how Steph altered his pace there. Sometimes it looks like he isn't moving at all, and then bam, he goes warp speed.
Inside, it's tipped. Wilson. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And you know, these are easy ones. Once you're this close, it's academic.
Here's Curry. Here's West. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 7 rebounds in the game. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. The wide open look here for Terry. They get the rebound. No good. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Young. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Maker with a screen for Terry. Passes it to Kilpatrick. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Young. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter. Bucks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And Clark, when you played the NBA with still mostly American players, now the game is truly global with players from all over the world. How do you think that has changed the NBA?
Well, I think it's enhanced the NBA's product on the floor because, again, you're getting the best players in the world that are competing in the NBA with the international influx. I think it's added to the global popularity of the league without question. The NBA is clear in that we're going far and wide across the globe to find the best players to play in the best league in the world, and I think that's healthy and good.
So it's the Bucks now. Terry with it. It's Brown on the wing. Three-pointer. And it's Terry that time on the assist by Brown.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Young. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Brown. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. The shot's good from McGee.
Boy, the defense looked helpless there. I mean, he's going to lay it up every time when he's got a smaller defender on him.
Maker with the ball. McGee's there, and the dunk by Maker.
And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Milwaukee with the rebound. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Terry kicks to Maker. Pulls up on the elbow. McCaw grabs the miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Yep, it counts. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
It's Terry outside. Good on the three-point shot.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
And he makes that one. 13 points for David West. And the Bucks with possession here. Pass to Kilpatrick. Curry with the steal. McGee the pass to West. Shoots from 12. Nice spin off the left rim and in. West has got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Maker, no one around him from outside off the mark.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
And that one, good.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Maker's got 19 points.
Purely from a size. Oh, man.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Wilson the pass to Terry. Curry brings the double. Stolen by McGee. Now the Warriors moving it up. Young with the ball.
Oh! Talk about bringing it.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Kicks it to Brown. Pass to Kilpatrick. Tries a three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. McCaw's got his third rebound tonight. The shot's good from McGee.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bucks have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Back to Terry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's Golden State's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's McGee, rebounded by Maker. Maker's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Stolen by McGee. Pushing it up. Here's McCaw. Wilson grabs the board.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And here is Maker. Kilpatrick. That three off the mark. Here's McCaw. The rebound by the Bucks.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
That one drops for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Down low, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
One's checked in for the Bucks. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Jason Terry. And Golden State also making a change. Livingston's checked in. Brown with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Vaughn kicks to Brown. Lock at 6. And the Bucks miss again.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit too.
And for Milwaukee, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Outside Wilson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Dellavedova. Brown wide open. He fires. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's McGee. Drops it in from 14 feet away. McGee's got 14 points now in the second half.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Maker. No good from outside.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Here's Livingston. Tries again. Here's McGee. Calls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Here's Dellavedova. Out left to the wing. Here's Vaughn. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Smooth sailing for Golden State. And Young, here we go. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Now Dellavedova. And last season, one of the first where a coach was not let go during the regular season. A rarity, Clark, in the NBA. Do you think coaches get too much of the blame at times?
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. It's a great responsibility and challenge to coach in the NBA, but more times than not, they do sometimes get an unfair share of the blame for what happens on the court.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. McCaw misses.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Outside Wilson. Maker with the ball. West is there. Vaughn gets the bucket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
The Warriors shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Here's McCaw. Bank shot. No good. And the Bucks, they're shooting about 42% so far. There's the dish to Dellavedova. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Maker. Second chance shot. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Officials have been scrutinized by players and coaches and analysts alike for as long as the games have been played. Clark, just how hard is it to be an official in the NBA?
Kevin, harder than I can really articulate. When you think about the number of calls, the speed and strength and athleticism of the players, the dimensions of the court being such a confined space for 10 extremely athletic, powerful players. All of that speaks to me in this way. The NBA officials are fantastic. Yes, they make mistakes, but all human beings make mistakes, and that human element should always be part of the game. I like technology aiding the officials, but I don't ever want to see us eliminate the human element of officiating.
It's West with the drive. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take that first game of the season series. That's what they've done here tonight against the Bucks.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
He gets that one.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Dellavedova kicks to Vaughn. They set the pick. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Steph, what was the key that had your offense going so well tonight?
Obviously, guys have to make shots, and when we're creating and moving our bodies and the ball's moving, we're not turning it over. We're tough to guard, and everybody had confidence tonight to go out there and make plays. So that's contagious, and we got to find that tomorrow, next game if we want to keep this going.
Obviously, the way you guys want to play, Steph. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.